Welcome. This clip is especially designed for those in job transition who may be experiencing the blues, but others can benefit from the tips too. Practice these 7 tips daily for 21 days. Follow as many of them as are comfortable for you, the more the better. The first thing to note is that attitude is a choice. We can choose to smile or to frown. The effort required is the same. You can go through the motions of preparing for a job search, for example, as though it were a burden, or think of it as a wonderful blessing to get to a different spot in your life. When you think of it as a blessing, you immediately experience a lightening of the burden on you. It becomes fun, and that is really the secret towards the attitude, to make each activity and each decision that we take during a day to be a fun thing. It is your choice. The second thing is that attitude is all about you. No one is responsible for your present state but you. Believing otherwise will prevent you from taking positive steps and the responsibility to curing the situation. Remember that when you point the finger at someone, there are 3 fingers pointing back at you. Viktor Frankl, a Holocaust survivor, said it well. The last of the human freedoms is to be able to choose one's attitude. So now, I want you to declare your independence and claim this freedom for yourself. Repeat after me. I am declaring my independence. I depend only on the most dependable and loving person. That would be me, for my happiness and no one else. Practice this every single day. Now, don't do this with hate or vengeance in your heart that the world has given up on you. Think of it as liberating you. Think what Viktor Frankl said. It is the last of our freedoms to have our own positive attitude. You are going to use that positive attitude to bring sunshine to other people. I won't read the poem by Rittenhouse. You can pause the video clip and read it by yourself. The essence of it is that life gives you what you ask of it. As the Bible says, ask and ye shall receive. The recent bestseller book, The Secret, declares that there are really 3 key words to achieving our dreams. Ask, believe, receive. That is the essence of the secret. So, in so doing, say to yourself, I choose a life of abundance. Don't think of abundance just in terms of money. We'll show you a diagram later with 11 spokes in a wheel, and those are the dimensions of wealth or abundance that you want. Your family, relationships, health, knowledge, and so on. The power to double or even triple your income, improve your health, or bring about any other change in you resides entirely in you. Your attitude determines your altitude. Your attitude determines how high, how grand, how benevolent, how generous, and how loving you will be. You control your attitude. The words you speak, your actions, determine your attitude, and in turn, they bring about your life. So, one definition of attitude is it's your life. It is the secret to manifesting your life. When we wake up, we set our attitude for the day in the first few minutes. We may greet the day in a passive fashion. Same old, yawn, lazy stuff, let the world come to us. We may have our reactive mode up, either fight or flight, waiting for arguments to break out or giving us opportunities to lecture to the world. Or we can be proactive, predisposed to be positive. And this comes from having the right values and the right thinking deep inside you. It's not something you can fake. You may be able to fake for a short time, but to be able to wake up each and every day with a positive attitude requires that we are clear about who we are, that we are loving beings. We were meant to love others and ourselves. We're meant to be kind and generous, and that deep thought and values expresses itself in a smile, an expression of warmth, generosity towards other, less judgmental and less harshness, few harsh words coming from us. All these things are connected. So choose to be proactive. Say to yourself, I will consciously choose a loving response because that is who I am on the inside. As we go through the day, we have a choice to make, every few seconds actually, invoking our attitude. We can take the fork to the left towards passive and reactive behavior, or we can choose to stay proactive. Which fork we take depends on our preconditioning, our family history, and the chatter that goes on in our mind, our self-talk. Ultimately, we may need to reprogram our mind to suppress our primitive emotions of passive and reactive and use conscious thinking for our choices. I recommend a book by Shad Helmstetter on self-talk. This is the talk that goes on in our mind. We keep replaying things that may have happened 50 years ago, 30 years ago. We were wrong. So-and-so was wrong. We were injured. And Shad shows you how to fix that with the right self-talk. We come to key number 4 on attitude. One reason so many of us have a dour expression and a similar outlook on life is because we create little figments in our mind. We worry needlessly about getting fired from our job, not getting a job, running out of money, having health problems. If worrying could solve any of our problems, we would have had universities offering majors in worry. We'd take a 4-year course specializing in worry, where they would teach us how to worry in the right way. The antidote to worry is to say thank you. Say it dozens of times in a day, just like you teach children to do so. So few of us say thank you today to the supermarket clerk or someone who serves us coffee. We feel that since we are paying them, they should be saying thank you to us. How very wrong that is. Each time we don't say thank you, we lose a great opportunity to show our loving side. So say thank you in the future in a way that you mean it. An even higher form of the antidote to worry is to feel blessed. You may want to pause the clip and carry out the activities suggested in this slide. Thank you.